Good morning, I'm Samriddhi K.C. and these are the headlines of the hour. Nepali students hesitant to return to KIIT despite apology from the VC continue to demand justice for Prakriti Lamsal. Number of student returnees to Nepal reaches 300. Customs Department records a 10% increase in imports, reaching 988 billion. Exports grow by 46.5%, reaching 127 billion. Hamas claims one of the 4 bodies returned to Israel to be anonymous, demands return of Shiri Bibas with other hostages. And India beats Bangladesh by 6 wickets in its inaugural match of ICC Champions Trophy 2025. Shubham Gill's century powers India to the victory. Welcome back. 300 Nepali students from Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology KIIT in Odisha, India have arrived in Nepal after being removed from their hostel by the university administration. The stranded students had to return home through various means. A total of 156 students have returned to Nepal through the Birganj border. Among them, 58 students were assisted by South Zone Secondary School in Birganj, who provided transportation to their homes. According to District Police Office in Parsa, the returning students reported that they left due to mistreatment by the college administration. Earlier, 78 students returned through the Biratnagar crossing on Tuesday and Wednesday, while 16 students returned through the Kakar Bhitta crossing. Students have also returned through their other entry points. While campus studies continue, the Nepali students have stated they will not attend classes until justice is served for Prakriti Lamsal. Consular Sanjeev Sharma and Navin Adhikari, posted from the Nepali embassy, engaged in discussions with students throughout the day and are expected to stay in Odisha for a few more days. Meanwhile, the university announced a scholarship for Nepali students in the name of late Prakriti Lamsal through its social media platform X. In response to the tragic death of Nepali student Prakriti Lamsal, KIIT Vice Chancellor Saranjit Singh has issued a formal apology. He has expressed deep regret over the incident and the subsequent handling of the students. Here's a recorded video chat between the Vice Chancellor and one of the parents of Nepali student.
जी मैं
बहुत सर दुखित हुए हैं सर। अभी मानिए आपका मित्रता जो आप बोले, इंडिया का फ्रेंडशिप बोले, रिलेशनशिप बोले, यहाँ का आपका रक्षा मंत्री भी बोलते हैं राजनाथ सिंह जी, उनका भी हम बहुत बड़ा फैन है सर। नेपाल से हाथ नीचे कर भी समझौता कर सकते हैं सर, कहकर राजनाथ सिंह कहते हैं सर। और उसी मुल्क का आप हैं सर। किट का हम लोग यहाँ पर प्रचार करते हैं कि नहीं अच्छा है, मेरा बच्चा अच्छा से पढ़ रहा है। आज मेरा बच्चा को अल्पत्र रोड पर लाकर खड़ा कर दिया सर।
नहीं सर, मैं इसके लिए बहुत मैं पूरे संस्थान की तरफ से, हमारे पूरे सभी की तरफ से आपसे बहुत माफी मांग रहा हूँ। और मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, आपको
आप शर्मिंदगा, आप जैसे बुजुर्ग आदमी हमारे सामने में हाथ मत जोड़िए सर प्लीज। मेरा बहुत ही हर्ट होता है सर। मेरा बच्चा आप लोग के हाथ में है सर, उसका करियर और बच्चा इतना डरा हुआ है सर। अभी तक हम एक झापट नहीं पीटे हैं बच्चा।
नहीं सर, उसका लोकल गार्जियन मैं हूँ। उसका पेरेंट, जैसे आप वहाँ उसके पेरेंट्स हैं, मैं उसका यहाँ पेरेंट हूँ। ये मैं आपको लिखित तौर पे दे रहा हूँ और मैं इस आज के इस मीटिंग के माध्यम से आपको ये कन्वे कर रहा हूँ। जैसे वो आपका बच्चा है, वो मेरा बच्चा है। कल को मेरा बच्चा आपके यहाँ जाएगा तो वो आपका बच्चा है, जैसे उसका ध्यान जैसे आप रखेंगे वैसे ही।
सर बच्चा को बाउंसर लगाकर पिटाया जाता है सर, ये भी सर होता है सर। एक तो शिक्षक हो सकता है सर ऐसा। बच्चा को सर एक झापट भी हम लोग नहीं पीटे हैं सर अभी तक। बच्चा को अल्पत्र कर रेलवे स्टेशन में छोड़ जाता है सर। कोई भी माँ बाप ऐसा कर सकता है सर? आप लोग कहाँ थे सर? रेलवे स्टेशन में बच्चा को छोड़ा जाता है सर, वो भी नेपाल इतना दूर है सर। हम लोग बीरगंज में जब सुने हैं, हम लोग अपना बस लेकर बॉर्डर पर जाकर बच्चा लोग को लाए हैं सर। हम भी एनपैप्सन का सेंट्रल मेंबर हैं। मेरा बच्चा का ऐसा हाल हुआ है सर।
Minister of Foreign Affairs Arju Rana has stated that the government is serious about the incident at Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, KIIT University in Odisha, India. Minister Rana, who returned to Nepal from Oman yesterday, spoke to journalists at Tribhuvan International Airport, stating that the government is working to ensure justice for affected Nepali students following the death of Prakriti Lamsal and the subsequent situation. She also emphasized that the government will seek a clear resolution to such sensitive issues through diplomatic channels.
परराष्ट्रले चाहिँ यो एभ्री सेक्सनमा एभ्री उसमा हेर्न गाह्रो हुन्छ होला किन हामीसँग त्यति स्टाफै छैन अहिले हामीले 97 स्टाफ थप्दा पनि जुन चाहिँ मेन डिप्लोमेटिक काम गर्नुपर्ने त्यसैमा अझै गाह्रो छ हाम्रो वहाँ कावा डिभिजनको सरले 72 कन्ट्रीज हेर्नुहुन्छ भन्दा अनि यस्तो अब यो एजुकेसन पोलिसीमै हामीले विदेशमा कुन स्ट्यान्डर्ड त्यो मेरो एकदम ठुलो क्वेशन पहिलादेखि हो हामीले एनओसी दिँदाखेरि यहाँ नेपालको चाहिँ इन्स्टिट्युसनहरु हामीले बन्द गर्यौं स्ट्यान्डर्ड पुगेन भनेर विदेशमा पढाउँदा चाहिँ हामीले मेडिकल कलेजहरुको पनि स्ट्यान्डर्ड हेर्दैनौं किन कतिमा त अपरेसन थिएटरमा स्टुडेन्ट पनि नछिरिकन उ लिएर आउँछ भन्दा हामीले यो सेक्टरलाई रीथिंक चाहिँ गर्नुपर्छ.
Minister Rana said that a separate hotline has been set up for Nepalese students and parents, and arrangements have been made for returning students to rejoin their hostel. In the first 7 months of the current fiscal year, both imports and exports have shown growth. According to the data released by the Customs Department yesterday, imports increased by 10% compared to the same period last year, reaching 988 billion Nepali rupees. Likewise, exports grew by 46.5%, reaching 127 billion, which was only 86 billion last year. So far in the current fiscal year, imports include seeds worth 14.51 billion, raw materials for refined oil worth 38 billion, and raw sunflower oil worth 17 billion. Petroleum products worth 139 billion and smartphones worth 19.98 billion have been imported. On exports, tea worth 3 billion, cardamom worth 5 billion, refined soybean oil worth 32 billion, and sunflower oil worth 6 billion have been exported. Exports include carpets worth 6 billion, jute and yarn worth 2 billion, and steel and iron worth 3 billion. Welcome back. A serious concern has emerged over unregistered health institutions operating across the country. The government lacks data on health facilities at the provincial and local levels, including those running without permission. Key questions include what actions will be taken against unregistered institutions, where they should register, and the qualifications required for the registration.
Nepal does not have official data on the exact number of government health institutions, which makes their management and monitoring challenging. Estimates suggest there are around 10,000 health facilities nationwide, with approximately 7,000 being government-run and 3,000 private. Only a small number have received official approval, while the rest fall under provincial and local governments, whose exact figures remain unclear. Establishing a health institution requires registration with the local ward office or industry department, but registration alone is not enough. Proper authorization from relevant authorities, such as the Ministry of Health or local bodies, is necessary for operation.
स्थानीय तहसम्मको र आधारभूत स्वास्थ्यका क्लिनिकहरू छन् भने स्थानीय तह यदि 50 देखि 200 शय्यासम्मको छ वा विशेषज्ञ सेवा छ भने प्रदेश स्तरमा प्रदेश स्तर भनेपछि प्रदेशको स्वास्थ्य हेर्ने मन्त्रालयले गर्न पनि सक्यो निर्देशनालयले गर्न पनि सक्यो वा उहिले चाहिँ भने अधिकार चाहिँ प्रत्यायोजन गरेर जिल्ला स्थित चाहिँ उसका चाहिँ जुन स्वास्थ्य कार्यालयहरू छन् तिनीहरूले पनि गर्न सके र साथसाथै 200 शय्याभन्दा माथिको वा हाम्रो जनस्वास्थ्य सेवा नियमावलीले विशिष्टीकृत सेवा भनेर तोकिएका सेवाहरूको चाहिँ यदि सेवा सञ्चालन गर्नु छ भने चाहिँ संघीय सरकारले चाहिँ गर्ने गर्छ.
Clinics providing services to 25 or more people must also obtain local level approval before functioning legally. Hospitals with 50 to 200 beds or specialized care require approval from the provincial government, while hospitals with more than 200 specialized services need federal government approval. Monitoring and regulation of such hospitals fall under federal jurisdiction.
दर्ता गरिसकेपछि सञ्चालन स्वीकृति यदि स्वास्थ्य सेवा चाहिँ दिँदै हुनुहुन्छ, चाहे त्यो विशेषज्ञ हो, चाहे विशिष्ट हो, चाहे आधारभूत होस्, हो भने त्यो स्वास्थ्यसँग सरोकार राख्ने मन्त्रालयसँग यहाँहरूले सञ्चालन स्वीकृति लिनुपर्छ। यदि त्यो नलिएर तपाईले सेवा प्रदान गरेको, कुनै चाहिँ बनाले आम मानिसलाई चाहिँ अलिकति लापरवाही गरेको वा तलमाथि भयो भने त्यो अन्य सामान्य मानिस र मानिसलाई चोटपटक लगाउँदा वा कुनै कारणवश मर्डर गर्दा के सजाय हुन्छ, त्यो सजाय चाहिँ उहाँहरूले पाउनुहुन्छ यदि सञ्चालन स्वीकृति नलिएर चलाएको छ भने।
The Ministry of Health has stated that only health institutions that comply with regulations and meet necessary criteria will be approved and unauthorized ones will face legal action. Negligence or facilities in such institutions could lead to criminal charges.
स्वास्थ्य संस्था नियमन भन्ने ऐन पनि छ, नियमावली पनि छ है। त्यो नियमावली अनुसार निरीक्षण गर्नुपर्ने हो, अनुगमन गरिराख्नुपर्ने हो र अनुगमन गरिसकेपछि जो दर्ता छैनन् तिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ बन्द गराउनुपर्ने हो। अब दर्ता नभइकन चलेका संस्थाहरू, स्वास्थ्य संस्थाहरूबाट दिएका सेवाहरू कति गुणस्तरीय हुन्छन् भन्ने आफै प्रश्न चिन्ह खडा हुन्छ।
Due to government negligence and lack of proper oversight, many unregistered health institutions are operating, putting public health at risk.
CPN Maoist Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal, who led the government for nearly 2 years with 32 seats in the Nepali year of 2079 federal election, has now shifted to the opposition bench after losing power. Following this, Dahal has focused on strengthening the party and expanding its organization.
संगठन निर्माण गर्ने एउटा राम्रो अवसर माओवादी केन्द्रलाई प्राप्त भएको छ।
CPN Maoist Center Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal has been actively visiting districts to focus on party organization, a common approach in Nepali politics when in opposition. Dahal and his party are now working to rebuild their influence for future prospects. The Maoist Center will launch the Maoist with Janata Tarai Madhes Awakening campaign in Jhapa on February 24th. The campaign will include organizing local leaders, cadres, public meetings and interaction in 20 districts along the postal route, concluding in Kantipur in the far western on 15th of March.
ठुला दुई पार्टीको सरकार बनिसकेपछि हामी प्रतिपक्षमा छौं। माओवादी पार्टी प्रतिपक्षमा भएको यो बेलामा संगठन बनाउने एउटा सुनौलो अवसर प्राप्त भएको छ। त्यो भएर अहिले अध्यक्ष कमरेडको दौडधुप चलिरहेको छ र त्यो सँगसँगै हामी सबै पार्टी कार्यकर्ताहरू सबै हामी संगठनिक काममा जुटिराखेकै छौं।
The party is also conducting grassroots campaigns along with youth and student initiatives for 6 months. Party chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal, who has visited almost all the parts of the country, is optimistic about growing public support for the Maoists. The Israeli military has said that one of the 4 bodies returned from Gaza to Israel on Thursday is not hostess Shiri Bibas as claimed by Hamas. The news that 33-year-old Shiri Bibas and her 2 sons Ariel and Kiffer, who would now be aged 5 and 2, were dead triggered an outpouring of grief in Israel. The Israel Defense Forces IDF has informed the Bibas family that the bodies of her sons have been identified after their remains were given to Israel by Hamas yesterday. However, IDF has claimed that the 3rd body was not of their mother. Hamas has not yet commented on Israel's claim. Hamas has claimed the action to be the violation of utmost severity by the Hamas terrorist organization, which is obligated under the agreement to return 4 deceased hostages. They have demanded that Hamas return Shiri home along with all their hostages. Shiri, Ariel and Kirbabas were aged 32, 4 and 9 months when they were kidnapped during the Hamas attacks on Israel on 7th of October 2023. The children's father, 34-year-old Yarden Bibas, was released by Hamas on 1st of February. Israel has confirmed that the 4th body returned was that of veteran peace activist Odette Lifshitz. Costa Rica's government received its first group of mostly Asian migrants deported from the United States yesterday as a part of a deal with Washington to temporarily house up to 200 deportees from other nations. The deportations are part of U.S. President Donald Trump's crackdown on unlawful migration that includes a growing number of flights to nations cooperating with him on the multinational repatriations. The latest group of expelled migrants were flown from the city of San Diego to Costa Rican capital San Jose, from where they were sent by the bus to migrant shelter near the border with Panama. The migrants will be allowed to stay in Costa Rica for 1 month, during which time officials will coordinate their voluntary return to their home countries, Deputy Minister Omar Badilla said. The group, all part of family units, were from Uzbekistan, China, Armenia, Turkey, Afghanistan, Russia, Georgia, Vietnam, Azerbaijan, Iran, Jordan, Kazakhstan and Ghana. Up to 200 migrants from other nations deported by the U.S. are expected to be sent to Costa Rica as a part of the most recent deal President Rodrigo Chaves announced this week, citing the threat of U.S. tariffs on Costa Rican goods. Tech billionaire Elon Musk defended the sweeping government downsizing efforts he has spearheaded to an audience of supporters at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Maryland. Musk told the crowd that the cuts have been made to keep programs like Medicare and Social Security operational. He added that U.S. President Donald Trump is also considering returning some of the savings from the cuts made by the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE) to Americans. Musk opened his appearance at CPAC with Argentine President Javier Milei, who presented him with a chainsaw. Milei is known for wielding a chainsaw to illustrate his drastic policies slashing government spending. "This is a chainsaw for bureaucracy," said Musk, holding the power tool aloft as the stage prop to symbolize the drastic slashing of government jobs. Meanwhile, the U.S. Internal Revenue Service became the latest target for the cuts. A person familiar with the matter has reported that the layoffs are expected to total 6,700, which is about 6% of the agency's workforce. The cuts are a part of President Donald Trump's sweeping downsizing efforts that has targeted bank regulators, forest workers, rocket scientists, and tens of thousands of other government employees. 3 buses have exploded in Bat Yam, south of Tel Aviv, in what Israeli police say is a suspected terror attack. Devices in 2 other buses failed to explode, they said, adding that large police forces are at scene searching for suspects. Transport Minister Miri Regev paused all buses, trains and light rail trains in the country so that checks for explosive devices could be carried out. There have been no reports of casualties at this stage. Police spokesperson Aryeh Doron said the event is ongoing, with officers still trying to locate more bombs in Tel Aviv. According to local media, one of the exploded devices weighing 5 kg carried a message saying "Revenge from Tulkarem," referring to a recent Israeli military counter-terrorism operation in the West Bank. In response to the incidents in Bat Yam, Defense Minister Israel Katz said he had instructed the military to increase the intensity of activity in refugee camps in the West Bank. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that his talks with the U.S. envoy Keith Kellogg restores hope in terms of achieving an agreement with Washington. Zelensky mentioned that he spoke with France's President Emmanuel Macron and shared views on security guarantees regarding the next steps in the latest diplomatic efforts on the end of war with Russia. Macron is due to meet U.S. President Donald Trump in Washington on Monday. U.S. President Donald Trump's envoy for the Ukraine conflict met President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv earlier on Thursday, but there was no immediate word on whether their talks had helped smooth over an unprecedented wartime rift between the once firm allies. Zelensky had earlier struck a conciliatory tone after accusing Trump of repeating Russian disinformation in response to the U.S. president's accusation that Ukraine had started the 3-year-old war with Russia. Trump went on to refer to Zelensky as a dictator who should act fast or lose his country. Trump, in office for just a month, is pushing for a quick deal to end the war and has alarmed Washington's European allies by leaving them and Ukraine out of initial talks with Russia. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.